Guys, look at the baby bee. So cute. Hello everybody, welcome to today's episode, and we are going to actually accomplish something today. Not with bees though. Today we are going to finally find our Nether Fortress. Actually, I've already found it, but we are going to actually explore it. Whoa, hello there. And we're going to get some netherwart because that's important. On other notes, I have installed Optifine. We're going to try this again. I seem to have fixed the recording issue, but for some reason, when I'm in full screen mode, my cursor doesn't show, so I don't know what to do with that. Among other news, if we head down this way, I can show you. And down here we have a portal, and look where it leads. We've linked up our village. So much easier to get here now. It's so much quicker. It's actually farther away than I thought. It's more like 400 blocks away, not just a couple hundred like I thought. But you can see with Optifine, the grass textures are so much better and the path textures are more varied. I really like it. But we're not going to be spending much time in the village today, maybe later, but right now, our focus is the Nether Fortress. Our Nether Fortress actually isn't that far from our other one. It's right there is the first one. Wow, so much fire. But what I did is I heard somewhere that Nether Fortresses tend to spawn in kind of like a long row. If that makes sense, you know, in the same line. I'm not sure if that's true, but I just decided to dig this direction. I got tired of spawn proofing pretty quick. We'll have to fix up these tunnels later. So I just dug this way for a long time, and it's a few hundred blocks away, but it's not too bad. So our fortress is actually right down here. I think I'm gonna have to move this to see it. Yeah, see? Right here. I tunneled out right over it. It was really lucky. Well, we'll get down there and see. Oh, welp. I forgot blocks. Be right back. All right, we are here at the fortress. I got my tunnel down, and this is absolutely terrifying. However, it does look like there's an interior, so we should get netherwart, but my goodness, look at all the skeletons. Ugh. Okay, well, there's nothing for it but to get started, I suppose. We are on a walkway. I tried my best to... Oh my goodness, got hit already. Okay, that's okay. We're fine. I was saying I tried my best to make it like super safe to get back here because sometimes I get caught on the one block entrances because I'm clumsy. Dude, he's shooting at me from so far away. I think I was complaining in the last episode that wither skeletons don't aggro on you from very far away. Well, now I'm really glad for that. Okay, safety box of safety is safe. So I know the state of my tools isn't the best, but I don't really have time. Ooh, skeleton. Oh geez, he's coming after me. It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, I was saying I didn't have a lot of time to repair them, so this is just gonna have to do. Should I make another safety box here? Maybe. All right, I'm gonna try really hard to make this a cohesive video. The last one I felt like struggled in that area a little bit. Mainly because I would get distracted while exploring. It's alright though. I think it still worked out. People seem to enjoy it. This is how scared I am. I'm making these like really often. Okay. This way. Oh, blaze spawner. This is actually... Oh, darn it. I was gonna say it's a better spot than the last one because they're more contained. I'm still not ready to go down there though. This fortress is so much better. Okay, so I'm hearing wither skeletons, and that is slightly concerning because... Yeah, look, there's one. Here, we'll get his attention. Yep, that's alright, dude. Come and get me. Hello? Okay. We're good. Those noises are... Oh, they're right there. That's why. Also not the worst as far as spawners. Location. Please don't kill me. Ouch! My dude. Very rude. Okay, we're gonna make this a little safer. Yikes. Take that. Netherwart! Awesome. Wait, let's check this part first. Cool. Oh, hello, skeleton. Ouch. Perks of being in a soul sand valley, I suppose. I have lots of soul sand at home. So technically we could leave now, but I would like to explore a little bit. Ooh, pretty. There is a bastion over there. I forgot to mention, I noticed that when I first found it. Oh, is that one too? Holy moly. Guys, one there and one there. I thought that structures weren't supposed to generate that close. Ooh, a chest. But oh my, there's gotta be a spawner here. Why are there so many? They're all outside too. One diamond and flint and steel. Cool. This dude. Please give me a skull. No skull. That's fine. This is really not a bad way to block off your corridors and to know where you've been and where you have it. I think I saw Gemini Tay do this. Awesome, 2 saddles. I'm not sure if she was like the person who originally figured it out, but that's just where I seen it. That's enough for me. We're going for real this time. And there's a skelly boy, oops, in our tunnel. Guys, we gotta talk about my aim here. It's embarrassing. Let's go home. So good to be home. I say that every time I come out of the Nether, but I never mean it any less than the first time. Gosh, I really love the textures on here. I love the front faces making it full blocks. It's so much nicer. We've got 2 saddles, which is great. Now we can get horses. By the way, our cactus farm is doing great so far. Very happy with this addition. So last episode we talked about planting a pumpkin field, and I'm definitely going to do that today. But to do that, I need to get some pumpkin seeds. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab up a bunch of our produce, and we are going to head to our village through our fancy new nether portal. And we'll trade up with them, and I have some pumpkins planted over there so we can get some seeds. Oh my gosh, guys, look. There's a baby in here too, and there's only 2 beds. I am so confused. Did villager mechanics change? Because there's 2 beds, and there's 3 villagers, and oh my goodness. I know I said last time that I was going to work with villagers today, but I think that it might be more important to get potion brewing up and running before we do that, because then we can set up a zombie conversion chamber and all of that stuff. So we're going to wait, but let's get going. Let's go home. So after that nether adventure, I want to go with something relaxed and laid back. Oh my goodness, I cannot build. Okay. I want to make a glowberry farm. And when I say glowberry farm, I mean some super tiny, not very complicated. Okay, it's really hard to place fences, guys. Anyway, I want to make a non-complicated farm. So, trapdoors, like so. All the way across. I have tested, and I believe this wasn't creative, but it shouldn't be different in survival. Yep. Glowberries will hang off of here. That's cute. I like it. And we have a completed glowberry farm. I think that these are a little bit more aesthetic rather than functional, but it kind of fits in with everything else we have. Alright, and let's get a few more glowberries on here. I think that's enough for what we need to do. There was a battle here, but we're not going to speak about it. Also, guys, tell me what block I should put here. We have mob drops up here and also like decoration type stuff. And these aren't filled yet, so I don't really know what kind of block I should put there. Maybe a honey block just to symbolize mob drops. Alright, so like we were saying, I need to make a pumpkin and melon farm. I'm going to do this manual. Maybe later on we'll need to have it to be automatic, but for right now, it's fine. So that's a good place to start. I think we have enough room for the design that I want to try. We have enough room here for probably 3 rows. Yeah, I think we'll go with 3 rows. Sweet. And then we'll put that there. Okay, I think that that looks good. We're going to put a row on the other side. And then we'll count 3 in between. And then we can put another row. There we go, all set up. So now what we need to do is place fences. I have a plan for this, no worries. I think I'm going to waterlog these trapdoors to cover up the water. And then we're going to place these fence posts in between. On top of the trapdoor as well. And then we stack these 3 tall. And then I want to count every 3, I believe. Oh my goodness. I'm just really bad at this. Oh my gosh, I look like an absolute pincushion. What the heck? There are so many pillager patrols spawning in here. It is crazy. But I do have all my fences set up and we are ready for the tops. What we're going to do is we're going to set these slabs on top of all of these. And we're going to do that on all of these tops. And then we're going to go between all of these with trapdoors. Fill in all of that space. While I'm doing this, I'd like to take the time to say thank you guys so much for all of your kind comments on my videos. I'm doing my best to respond to all of them, but for some reason, sometimes I don't always get the notifications for them. So today, I noticed that there were several from even like a week ago that I hadn't even answered yet. So I apologize. I try to respond to everyone, even if it's just a like on your message. But if I didn't get to you, it's probably because I didn't see it. And I'm really sorry about that. And now I'd like to add some glowberries. This is more for looks. It's not really for lighting and definitely not for farming, but I think it's going to look super cute. And I'm going to make sure I bone meal them so that they get some glowberries on them, not just the plant, because I definitely want some lighting. In fact, I need to farm a couple more off here. There, and then some of them can grow. I think I will actually take some shears. Where are my shears here? And just snip some of them off at the bottom that I don't want to grow as long. And now we are going to be placing leaves. I think this looks super cute. Definitely, definitely a look. See, look, it just kind of fills it in. And we will be placing these pretty sporadically. I don't want them too often, but I also, I don't want it to feel empty. So this will help fill it in and make it all feel cohesive and together. Oh, wow, is this cute? I love it. All right, we got to plant the seeds now. Hopefully this is enough seeds. I'm going to actually try to do every other one because I've heard that they grow faster that way, like being around other plants. I don't know if that applies to pumpkins and melons, but I believe it does. And if you're wondering why I haven't planted these first so that they could grow while I built, it's because, well, I've stomped all over this farmland like 100 times while building this, so I would have just destroyed the plants anyway. Oh, look how cute it is all planted up. I love it. Oh my goodness. And our bee population, guys, is growing so fast. I'm going to add some more beehives in here because all of the hives are now producing honey. I'm not sure how close we are to 3 bees per hive, but it's got to be getting close. So we're just going to add these in. Wonderful. It looks so neat and clean. So since we have netherwart now, I think that it is going to be important to have a place to brew potions because we really need to help out our buddy in here. Poor guy has been a zombie for so long. My cat's been stuck in the boat with him. So I want to build a tower. Now, I wanted to build an enchanting tower up here, but everybody does enchanting towers, right? I mean, come on. So what I want to do is make this a potion brewing tower because let's face it, I know that's not that much more original, but at least it's different than my original design, so we'll go with that. So we're going to put it up here, and I think I'll have like a little staircase leading up here like I'd originally planned, leading to the tower, and we'll have it face out towards the ocean. We are going to build this out of stone brick, but I'm going to be texturing with moss a lot, so we'll just build the base out of the moss. And then we'll add the stone brick in later. This is actually going to be a really large tower, so hopefully I have enough materials gathered for this. I did my best, but it is a little bit hard to estimate how much we're going to need. All right, so this is what I have planned out. This will be the doorway. Pretty basic tower shape. Now, here's the thing. It would be a lot easier to build this if I had the Lightmatica mod, because I did plan this build out in creative ahead of time. Like the cactus build, I just kind of did on the fly, but this one I did plan out ahead of time because it's going to be a little bit more complicated and I've never built something like this before. So I thought it'd be a little bit hard to do that in survival for the first time. But I would like to know, how do you guys feel about using Lightmatica? I've never used it before, but I know a lot of the big YouTubers use it for things, so I'm not really sure if I want to use it or not, but I'd like to hear how you guys feel about it, because I definitely can see how some people would feel that it is cheaty, because, you know, you didn't do it in survival, etc, etc. But at the same time, for large, complicated builds, I totally understand why people use it, because it is really hard to remember what you did if you plan it in creative first. Even if you take screenshots and go off of that, it's just sometimes hard to see what you did. So Lightmatica, I think, is a really useful tool. However, like I said before, I'm not really sure if I would like to use it or not. So I'd really like to hear what you guys think of it. This is kind of the base that we have, and what I'm gonna try to do, that's a key word, mind you, is to have it be chunkier on the bottom, taper a little bit in the middle, and then flare out again at the top. In fact, the creative build that I did, which I'm gonna stick as close to as I can, but changes always happen when that happens because it's hard to get it exactly right from photos, but that build is a little bit top heavy, but I think it kind of works for the design, and so I don't have any problem with it. But anyway, with that said, let's get into the build. And it's done. Look at it, guys. It's huge. I love it. It's amazing. Do you like it, Peg? What do you think? I think it's fabulous and fantastic. I like how the texturing turned out for the most part. I think we've got a good amount of variety of blocks. Are you gonna come up with me, Peg? Oh, you might. If we go up the scaffolding here, we get to the top. I'm actually not sure what I'm supposed to do for a staircase. So this was designed in creative, right? So that means I didn't really think about how to get up here. And since we have no elytra yet, it's a little bit complicated. And there's not really room for a staircase down there because what I want to do, see if we can look down. I want the potion brewing to be on the bottom. And then I'm going to have an enchanting setup up here so that eventually we won't have to go all the way out to our spawner out there. But that won't be accessible conveniently until we have an elytra and etc, etc, etc. Look how pretty that is, guys. I love that. Anyway, this is a little bit inconvenient, but I think it'll turn out fine. So if we head back down, if I can get the scaffolding out. Oh, never mind, we're staying up here. Technical difficulties there. As I was saying, we're gonna work out details. Gonna fill in the ceiling. There, like so. I like that, and we're gonna fill this in. Just to make it look fancier, right? Kind of have it almost like elf inspired. I like that. It's probably one thing you guys should know about me. I love anything and everything related to elves. That is Tolkien's elves, not Santa's elves. Pretty, I like it. Okay, and then we gotta get our trapdoors out. And I want a railing. There, something like that. I also want to note that I use netherrack to texture this mangrove roof. I did the same thing on my cactus farm in the last episode. I think I forgot to mention that, but I think it works. I was supposed to use stripped mangrove logs as well, but I totally forgot about that. But it's okay, I think it's still fine. And now let's set up the enchanting setup. I think this is the middle. Right. And then we'll lay out our books. And then hang some lanterns on the outside here. So I might have gotten just a little bit carried away. I completed the whole path, the whole interior, and I even started our netherwart garden. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just in the groove, you know? Anyway, this is our interior, which I really love. Oh wait, I gotta show you. Out here, right? We've got lanterns hanging everywhere. I think they're really beautiful. And our path is made out of spruce. It kind of winds up the hill like my original plan was, and I still really like that. I'm hoping the grass grows in, though it actually... Oh, it moved a little bit, so it should be fine. But yeah, the grass should grow in on this path. I'm not going to make it path blocks or anything. We've got our doorway. And we come inside, and we've got our potion brewing area. We have barrels where we can store extra things. We've got our brewing stands. We got shelves with herbs and plants and things that might be used to brew potions in them. And then we go up here. I know this is kind of an eyesore. We'll get rid of it once we get elytra. Oh, and I put in this like lattice ceiling. I kind of like it. And we have an enchanting area. Look how nice. It's a full level 30 enchanting area. I don't have anything on me to show you right now. We did put this lattice flooring. I don't know, what would you call this? I like it though. And then this trapdoor can flip up and down to get to the scaffolding. And then when we take out the scaffolding, there is no hole in the floor that I even have to worry about filling in. The only thing I don't like, and this is just a user error rather than a design error. I meant to make these 4 tall, these pillars. So then we lost a little detailing that I had, but it's not too bad. It's definitely not worth taking down for. So we're going to leave that. I really, really like the way it is. Oh, and guys, look at this. Watch this. Feather falling for rocks. That was only 2 hearts. But I'm still not totally finished here. I think that we could use a custom tree. Now, don't laugh at my custom tree skills. They're not that great. I'm still trying to figure them out. Don't laugh. It's okay. But I want one, excuse me, right here. Kind of leaning over. And that one's going to be difficult because it's not just like a straight normal tree. And then if I still feel motivated, I might put one here. And I might, excuse me, put one in here. It'll really fill in the area. We really need to start working on custom trees. I'm going to have them throughout there as well. I'm thinking about taking down those original mangroves along the path that we did when we built the barn, because their vines are going everywhere and I know I could trim them, but look at the shape of that. It's a little bit odd. Anyway, I'm not really sure. But for right now, we're going to start with the one leaning over the path here and then go from there. Well, there we have it, folks. There's our tree. Definitely a little bit wonky. I've never built a tree that was supposed to be like stretching out over one side like that. I think it got a little bit boxy. Leaf placement definitely needs some work, but it's still cute. It works for what we need it to. And I'm going to add some glowberries in here for some extra lighting and to make it feel kind of like a willow tree. I definitely like that look. Alright, well, when those go down, it's going to look lovely, which, oh, see, look, it started already. I'm also going to finish filling out these beds of netherwart. It'll just take some time. Tell me, where do you think this path should lead to? Should we have it wander off and lead to more buildings this way? Or should we have a garden on the top of the hill and then have the path continue through there to get to the buildings that way? I'm not really sure. I kind of like the garden idea and just have the top of this hill just like finished off. Maybe even a slight retaining wall. I don't know. We'll have to just see what happens. I only got to 1 tree because, let me tell you guys, that takes a lot of leaves. I'm going to have to farm leaves to do more. I may put one in between episodes, but I'm not really sure. I don't want to do too much in between episodes, and it does just take a lot of time, and it ends up making my episodes farther apart than I would like to get them out. Because believe it or not, the prep work takes almost as long as the editing work. Prep work such as gathering up materials for buildings and stuff like that. But I think, guys, that is where we're going to leave it for this episode. I'm absolutely loving the build that we accomplished today. It's so beautiful and the whole area is really becoming fleshed out. I'm really excited for where this is going and I really hope you guys are too. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. I really love talking to you guys and it's so much fun to interact with you guys down in the comments. And also leave your suggestions for things that we can do in this world, whether that be farms or just cute building ideas, maybe even stuff that we can do with our villagers. I know I'm going to need to set up a villager trading hall here soon. And just look at our tower from far away. It is so beautiful. I also want to point out something slightly embarrassing that I did not realize. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is it not true that for weakness potions, like to cure villagers and stuff, you don't need to have netherwart? Guys, I'm pretty sure it's just fermented spider's eyes, and now I'm really embarrassed because I've been sitting on this for like 4 episodes now. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today, and we will see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody!